everyone in here. So today is the day Mobius M Mobius just came out in Marvel Snap and the game is about to be changed forever. Is that being too dramatic? I don't think so. Mobius is a 2 energy, 3 power card with an ongoing ability. Your cost can be increased and your opponent's cost can be reduced. So you know those Zabu and Sera decks you like so much? Or if you're a Mr. Negative fan, might as well kiss them goodbye for the next few weeks while Mobius is fresh and everyone is playing him. The way Mobius works is very interesting and it depends on whether your opponent is running Mobius themselves. And there are 3 different scenarios with Mobius. The first one is you have Mobius and your opponent doesn't. Then your cards can still be reduced in energy and your opponent will not have any energy reduction. Say you and your opponent are both playing a destroy deck with death in it, and you have both destroyed enough for death to cost 0 energy. You drop Mobius and wave on turn 5 and your opponent doesn't have Mobius on board. On turn 6 your death will cost 0 energy, but your opponent's death will cost 8. On top of that, any card that you have that are 4 energy or lower will stay that way, and any cards that you have that are 5 energy or higher, not including death, will be reduced to 4 energy. For your opponent, however, not only will their death cost 8 energy, anything they have that is less than 4 energy will cost 4 energy, and anything that is 5 or more will stay the same. So it really isn't fun for the person who doesn't have Mobius. Then the second scenario is when both players have Mobius on board. In that case, all cards will cost their base energy, so nothing can be reduced and nothing can be increased. If both players have Mobius on board, both will play a super fair version of Marvel Snap with no energy reduction whatsoever. So using the buff scenario where both players are using a destroy deck, both players' death will cost 8 energy, which would make her completely unplayable. The last scenario is when you don't have Mobius and your opponent does, and then we're just very, very sad. If you don't plan on getting Mobius, I would suggest playing a deck that doesn't rely on energy cheating cards at all for at least the next few weeks. The best one will probably be Sora and Shuri, but Cerebro or Patriot could also work, and of course Galactus will work as well. If you don't think Mobius will have a huge effect on the meta, just think of all the cards that will be affected by him. I made this little graphic showing all the cards and locations that will be affected by Mobius. Feel free to pause it if you need to, and I'll also leave a link to it in the description. So Zabu has already fallen off in the Loki meta and Mobius will just make him even less popular. Mr. Negative decks will be completely destroyed by Mobius and so will Sera decks. Sera decks already sacrifice a lot of tempo by playing Sera on 5, and if your opponent is running Mobius, then Sera is just a plain 5/4 with no ability. I am not sure if Loki decks will be completely shut down by Mobius. They will of course be affected, but we mustn't forget that Loki can actually steal your Mobius and play him to make everything more even-footed. One funny interaction I want to mention is Mobius and Spider-Ham. If Mobius prevents your cost from being increased, then the card that was turned into a pig will cost 0 energy, since pig's base stats are 0/0. So as long as you have Mobius on board, even if your opponent's also running Mobius, then whatever was turned into a pig will cost 0 energy always. Something tells me that unless this is fixed, we will not be seeing a lot of Spider-Ham in games. There will also be a few locations that will be affected by Mobius, most notably Dream Dimension and Elysium. What I do like about Dream Dimension with Mobius, even if both players have Mobius on board, Dream Dimension will not apply because everything will cost their base power because of Mobius. Overall, I think Mobius is going to become a staple tech card that will be widely used in a lot of decks, especially if the meta is full of energy cheating cards. And at the moment, Loki is dominating the meta, so I think Mobius is going to be very popular. Today I'll be showing you 3 decks, the first 2 with Mobius, and the last one is actually a deck that you can use if you don't want to or can't afford to get Mobius, but still want to stay competitive when everyone else is playing Mobius. So the first deck is a hybrid of control and move deck with Wave, Doctor Doom, and of course Mobius added to a possibly screw your opponent if they don't run Mobius, and B, to prevent yourself from being screwed by your opponent's Mobius. If your opponent doesn't actually run Mobius, we can wave and Mobius on turn 5 and play out Dr. Doom or Alive with a 2-drop like Jeff and Silk on turn 6. I would be wary about playing Mobius out too early because a lot of people will be running Rogue. Even if our opponent runs Mobius, this deck can put out a lot of power even with cards costing their base energy cost. Mr. Fantastic. Go left? Oh my god, you stupid idiot. Ooh. Mr. Fantastic in High Evolutionary deck? That's interesting. Let's do Deesh. Jean Grey? Yeah, why not? Oh, they also did it. Oh, my card is kind of useless for next turn. Okay, and also Mobius. Okay. Doom me? Oh, man. Can we not just get Doom? Okay, we have to play in the middle, right? Okay, let me do this first. We're going first. So they're gonna play on the left. Oh man, this is too hard. Let's try. I don't actually know if this will work. What is that?
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Okay. Is that Hulk? Oh nice, then we just win. Easy. Okay. Too much thinking. This deck is hard. They should snap me here. Okay, they have Hulk in their hand. Opening hand. That means if I skip, mine grows as well. Oh, okay. Oh, bye Mobius. They sacrificed him. Oh, that's kind of weird. I wonder if I should just do this, honestly. But then my thing doesn't grow. They could, like, Cosmo me now. Let's see what we get. If we lose, we lose. Doesn't really matter. Okay. They haven't skipped any turns. Interesting to me. Even though they have Hulk. Do I want to just sacrifice this? Probably okay, honestly. That's gonna be a 3-drop. I'm guessing it's gonna be Cosmo. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So they skipped one. My Hulk is still bigger, by the way. Okay, let's do this and this. Hopefully I can draw a 2-drop next turn, so I can play a 4-drop and 2-drop. Oh, they also have it. Dang it. I was hoping they wouldn't have it. Oh, they don't have it! Okay. They don't have it. So my Hulk is huge. Oh, man. So I think they're just going to Doom. I could alive them, but it's very hard to tell where they're going to do their thing. But if they do, just move Jeff right, we lose. That's also Doom. But we lose we win the tiebreaker. Nice. Okay, the Mobius actually worked in our favor this time. Finally. The second deck I want to show you is Cerebro 3 with Mobius. This is one of those decks that can play Mobius to stop Wave from messing with us, but it also has Wave in it to try and aggressively counter energy cheating decks like Loki or Sera or Zabu. C3 is also a good matchup against Loki decks since they can rarely make use of our Cerebro, their Loki being 5 power already. Notable cards that you can also add to this deck are of course Shang-Chi and Killmonger, and Rhino is another option if you want to have more control of locations, or if you like gambling, you can add Scarlet Witch instead. But I do feel like if I play Sentinel... Oh, thank you. I just play Mobius. Let's just do it. They might have Rogue. If they do, they do. It doesn't really matter. So in the intro, I said there's going to be Wave in this deck to play more aggressively, but I think Wave actually did not help us much because most of the time she was like an empty draw. Get to make use of her that well, so I decided to swap it for something else. Oh, it's wave? Alright. Mobius. Everyone's playing Mobius. Turn 5. Let us do this. Alright, this is good. This is good. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Wait, that's actually good for me. Oh, no, that's not good for me. Fine. Wasted. Okay. We have a lot of power. I'm gonna do this. We might get shafted by alive, but I think if it's alive, we still win. Let's snap. Let's snap. Actually, I don't want them to leave. But it is proving ground, so maybe they'll stay. Also, kids, don't do this at home. You shouldn't snap so late in the game, okay? Oh, that's kind of sucky. Oh, it still worked? Oh, we still win. Nice. Yay. C3. But everyone and their grandma and their dog is playing Mobius. Finally, the sort of anti-Mobius deck I want to show you is Sera and Shuri. You can actually add Mobius to this deck too, maybe instead of Titania, Lizard or Armor. Armor is pretty useless unless you can get it out on turn 2, since we want to play Sora on turn 3 anyway. This deck will perform well against Mobius decks, since you can literally win the game by playing 3 cards the whole game. Shuri into Red Skull into Taskmaster. It also has Enchantress in it, should your opponent be silly enough to play out their Mobius early. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's okay. Because I can move my vision there maybe if I can get vision. I also want to know how Shuri works. If I play Shuri on Anmei... Oh, they have Angela. The middle is gonna be hard for them to win. Don't go... Okay, that's fine. Right, need to go this location. Next turn, I'm really hoping to draw Ebony Maw. If not, I can always, I guess, play Titania middle is fine too. It's gonna be really hard for them to beat left. And middle is gonna be really hard for them to beat too. Because they don't have any big cards except Thor, Jane Foster. Guess they could put Kitty there. Kitty, Yellow Jacket there could work. Okay. That's gonna be hard to beat. We can beat them in the middle easy. Although they might put a Yellow Jacket there. And hope that they don't have anything for the left. Alright, good luck us. Oh shit. What is that?
Face the might of Asgard.
That's not, it's not Shang-Chi, it's never Shang-Chi. I think we're good. Yellow Jacket, Kitty, 18. We have 20. Hey, we won. Let's go. Overall, I think Mobius is going to completely shake up the meta and probably remove a bunch of very popular deck types from commission for at least a couple of weeks while he's new and fresh. We can kiss goodbye to decks with Zabu, Sera, Ravonna, Mr. Negative. If Mobius is a popular card, I'm kinda scared to see what happens to the meta, and it's very hard to make predictions at this point. My advice would be to get Mobius yourself, because if you don't, you'll be very limited in the decks you'll be able to play. Mobius is also a Series 4 card, so I suggest buying him from the token shop for 3,000 tokens if you want to use your spotlight caches most efficiently. I hope you found this video helpful. As always, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget, I also stream on Twitch, so come and say hello when you have the time. And I'll see you next time. Bye!